Hi everyone, welcome to Java Techie. It has been 9 years since Java 8 was released. I have already shared Java 8 each and every features with detailed explanation. If anyone not aware about it, they can check out my Java 8 playlist. Also, I will share the link in video description so that you guys can refer it. If you are working on old Java, then you should practice the lot of program to accept the changes made in Java 8. Also during interviewer will surely ask you to write some program on Java 8, right? So in this tutorial, I will be sharing commonly asked Java 8 coding and programming interview questions and their answers step by step. Okay, so without any further delay, let's get started. So let's begin with the first question, that is write a Java program to count the occurrence of each character in a given string. For example, if I'll take a string as I love Java Techie, then I need to find out occurrence of each character. How many times I, L, O, all the character present in this given string, how many times it present in that particular string. So if you look into the output, it should be look like this. So if you observe, in the above given string, A occurrence is 2 and C occurrence equal to 1. And if you check for each char occurrence, it will be give the desired result. Okay, so you need to design this particular program using Java 8 coding standard. Okay, so let me go to the IntelliJ IDEA. So the string which we have taken in the slide, string input equal to I love Java Techie. Okay, this is what the string we have taken. Now the first step, we need to find the occurrence of each character in the string. So the simple step we can do using Java 8 group by. So let's do that, then we'll understand the next step. So first I need to convert this particular string to array. When I say array, it should be look like this. First I, then next L, each character will be present in the array. Okay, so how I can do that? Simply I can do input dot split and I'll do like this. Okay, without any space, so that the string will convert to the string array. If I'll print this, let me print and show you. Let's say results. If I'll print these results, it will be convert to the array of string. Okay, so I need to print rs.toString and the result. Now if I'll run this, see here, the entire given string converted to the string array by considering each character as a element. Okay, so I don't want to print this. Now once you convert this to the array, you need to use rs dot stream. I want to convert this array to the stream, so I can pass the results here. Okay, but rather than add a new line, I can do this step inside this rs.stream method itself. Okay, so I can remove this. Now once you have stream ready with you, what you want to do? I want to do the group by. So collect collectors dot group by. Let's say I will group by each character. Okay, then I will just simply collect, or I will just simply print it. So what I will do, I will simply assign this to a map, because it will return the map by taking the key as a element or identity, which is nothing each character ILOBE, and list of the value is the list of object, the number of element that present. Okay, so if I'll print this is out, I'll name it, let's say map. Now if I'll run it, see here what I got as part of the result. A is the identity and element count. When I say element count, the number of object. Okay, A is 2 times and the value we are getting here, C and their corresponding value, T their corresponding value. See, very simple. This grouping by this particular method is equivalent to the group by keyword in the DV. Okay, in the database how we are doing the group by, similarly I am just doing the group by here and I am getting the identity and their corresponding object. But we don't need this, right? We need the identity and we need its count. So A present 2 times, C present 1 times, E present 3 times. So I want to display like this, not as a identity and group of object. So what I can do then? So you no need to do this step. The simple step, you can use the method from the functions, that is function dot identity. Identity is nothing, your each character. Okay, ILOBE, I mean Java Techie, all the character, and then they are counting. So how I can get their counting? There is a method collectors dot counting. Okay, now if I'll remove this, it will return me the string and long as a value. String is nothing, your each character, and value as a long value. I mean A 2 times, E 3 times, those value is considered here long. Okay, so I'll name it map. So now if I'll run this, so if I'll zoom the output, we can see here, right? Each identity and their count. Identity and count. That is what we have done here. Okay, and this identity and count, these are the inbuilt method in the collectors and function interface, so you can directly use them. Okay, behind the scene it will take the hash map and it will just do the check if key is present, then get the number of count and add by 1. So that logic behind the scene will be executed. Okay, so this is very simple. You no need to by heart the signature or syntax. If you understand what you want to perform, then you can directly play with the method given by Java stream. Okay. Now let's move to the next one. That is, write a Java program to find all duplicate element from a given string. So if you will consider the I love Java Techie as a string, you want to find out all duplicate element. So here if you will use your brain, already we have the solution for it in the first question itself. So we have a given string and we need to find each character occurrence. So I will get A equal to 2, C1, T1, E3, I will get like that. Now who is present more than one time, that is the duplicate element in a given string, right? This is the quick solution. I mean using the group by, you can solve n type of question, coding programming question. Okay, so Java program to find all duplicate element from a given string, already you have the logic to find out each string or each character occurrence. Then we just need to simply add a filter to check in a map the result which you got whose value is greater than 1, then print those value as a duplicate element. So if you observe here, we have this map, right? In a map whose value is greater than 1, just print that. So if you observe who all are the duplicate element, A is the duplicate element, E is the duplicate element, B is the duplicate element, and I is the duplicate element. So let's do this program quickly. Okay, we have almost 70% solution we have. We already figure out the number of occurrence of each character. Now we just need to validate who is present more than one time. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just write in the same code, or I'll just copy this and I will write in a different place. Okay, so I'll just add a comment here. find each char occurrence. Okay. Now the second question, find all duplicate element from a given string. Fine. So I will just change the name here. Um, Duplicate map, something like this. Okay. We'll change the return type later. Now this particular piece of code, by using the grouping by, I will find this response. And this particular piece of code will return me a map. So I need to iterate that map and I need to check the value of that map. The value is greater than 1, then print that value as a duplicate element. So how I can do that? As of now, I will not add a return statement. So this will give me the map, right? So first I need to convert that to the entry set. Then I need to convert it to the again stream. Fine. Then I'll just add a filter. I'll take the value and I need to validate based on the value, right? Value, if it is a greater than 1, then print it. So I will simply call x dot get value. If it is greater than 1, fine. Then get all the key. I will simply use map. Then I'll just use I can use the method reference also, map dot entry. Okay, get the key, because I want to print the character which are duplicate in my string. That character is part of present in my key of a map. Okay, once I got this, I'll simply collect it to the list and I will print it. Now if I'll change the return type, it will be list of string. So duplicate elements. Okay, now if I'll print this is out, duplicate element. Now if I'll run this, see here, the duplicate element is A, that is correct, E is correct, V is correct, and I is correct. So these are the 4 elements in a given string I love Java Techie having more than one time occurrence. So those are considered as a duplicate, right? So isn't it easy approach? We have just group by based on the identity and their count, and then we just validate whose value is greater than 1, that is the duplicate element in the given string. Now if interviewer will just reverse this question to find out unique element in a given string, the approach is very simple, right? Up to this it is same. We are just grouping by, then we are just converting that map to the stream. Then next you need to filter and you need to check x dot get value equal to 1. If it is present one time, then it is a unique element in a given string, right? Then rest of the thing you can copy from the above code. So you can define a variable, you can name it unique elements. I mean, see, if you understand the approach what you are writing, then you can happily play with it. Okay, so you understand the requirement, what you need to do, whether you need to find duplicate. If it is a duplicate, check whose value count is more than 1. If it is a unique, check whose value count is only one time occurrence. Okay, now if I'll print it, sys out unique elements. If I'll run this, if I'll zoom this for now, CTHJLO is the unique element and this is what the duplicate element. If you observe the unique element count 1 in the map, okay, and these are the count more than 1. Okay, fine. Now let's move to the next one, that is write a Java program to find first non-repeat element from a given string. Okay, so this is also very simple. If you use your brain, already we almost done 50% of its code. Okay, I'll tell you how. I have the string I love Java Techie, right? Now here if you observe, how many times I occurs? 2 times. How many times L occurs? 1 time. How many times O occurs? 1 times. But we need first non-repeat element from a given string. Our first non-repeat element is L, because L comes before O, right? L is 1 time present, O is also present 1 time, but L is the first character in a given string, so the output should be L. Okay, how we can find out? Again, this is a quick solution. Go to the IntelliJ IDEA. I'll take the same approach. So if you observe the presentation again, we already have the occurrence of each character. How many times each character occurs. Only we need to filter who occurs first time, which is non-repeat. I mean whose count equal to 1 from that given string. So we have this map. Now we need to play with this map itself. Okay, just go to the idea and then I will copy up to this. Okay, so I will just add a comment here. Find first non-repeat element from a string, and I will just paste up to this. Then I will just convert it to the entry set. I will convert it to the stream. Fine. Once I convert it to the string, I just need to filter the element whose count equal to 1. Then if I will find whose count equal to 1, then I can find out who occurs first, or who is the first character whose count equal to 1, right? So I will simply do if x dot get value equal to 1. Fine. If the value equal to 1, then I need to get the first element. I don't want to print all the element. I want to find out the first element which is non-repeat. So I'll just use give me the first element from the map whose value equal to 1. Just get that key. I want to print it. That's it, right? I'll just I'll just print here first non element. Okay, so I'll just do sys out. I'll name it like non-repeat element. Okay, the value will be key, or what I have defined this variable. Fine, we'll see whether it meet to our requirement or not. Okay, let me run this. So if you observe here, first non-repeat element we are getting C, but that is not correct, right? If you observe the string I love Java Techie, the first non-repeat character should be L, not C. The reason we are getting the result internally, to convert when we are doing this grouping by, internally Java 8 stream consider this as a hash map, and we know in hash map we cannot preserve the insertion order. Then who is the other map implementation we have where we can preserve the insertion order? The way I am iterating a string I love Java Techie, similar way I need their count. First I want to get the count of I, then next L, not in the random order. So as you know, in a map implementation, linked hash map is the implementation who preserve the insertion order. So we need to tell to the stream, hey, don't use your brain or don't use the hash map to store the identity and its occurrence. Just use the linked hash map so that I can get the desired output, right? So how we can specify that? While grouping itself only, you can tell him, hey, just use linked hash map object, not hash map object. Okay, now if I'll run this piece of code, am I getting the result? L is the first non-repeat character. Now if you want to find who is the first repeat character, I mean again if you will just reverse it, then what you need to do, if you observe here who is the first repeat character, if you'll go here, I is the first repeated character, right? So if you'll go to the IntelliJ IDEA and if you'll just slightly changed here greater than 1, then you will get I as a output because you are getting only the first element. Can you see here? I is the result. Okay, I mean see, if you understand, then you can happily play with a single statement to get your required output. Okay, I'll just revert it for now. I mean our requirement to find first non-repeat element, and this personally I faced this question, I mean more than two times. Okay, so just remember or just try to understand what we are doing here. Fine. Now let's move to the next one. Write a Java program to find second highest number from a given array. So if you consider this as a array, then the first highest number is 21, then the second highest number is 11. So we need to get the output as a 11, which will be our second highest number. Okay. So this is also a quick solution in Java 8. Just go to the IntelliJ IDEA. I'll define the array. So I need to copy that array. So just add it. This is the numbers which we have. We want to find the second highest, which is 11. Okay. So what I will do, the simple solution, it immediately comes to your mind. We just need to sort this array. Okay. Once we sort it, then we can get the second highest or lowest, whatever as per our need. So we'll do it quickly in the Java 8. Okay. So I'll convert again that arrays to the stream. Then simply pass the numbers here. And next step, since this is the integer, I want to convert it to the wrapper class. Okay, this is the int primitive type. I want to convert it to the wrapper class. So if you remember, there is a concept called autoboxing and unboxing in Java, right? So I can do that step. Fine. Then I will simply do the sorted. Then I will convert it to the to list. Okay. Now if I'll run this, or first I will assign it to one variable, let's say integer list, and if I'll print it, not this, I need to print this. Now if you'll run it, we are getting in the ascending order, lower to higher, right? 1, 2, 5, 8, 9, 11, 21. So we need the second highest value, which is 11. This is what the second highest value, right? So rather than doing it in the ascending order, we need to do the sort based on the descending order. When I say descending, it will be in the reverse order. First will be 21, 11, 9, 8, 5, 2, 1. Like that we need to do the descending based sorting. Okay, even with this ascending sorting also we can do that, but the easiest way we can perform using the descending sorting. Okay, so I need to tell to the stream, hey, when you are doing the sorting, just do sorting in the reverse order. Now if I'll run this, I will get the result in the reverse order, right? 21, 11, 9, 8, 5, 2, 1. But who is my second highest order? 11. So I need to skip the first element to get the second one, right? So what I'll do here, I'll tell to the stream, hey, skip the first element. Then what all element you have? You have 11, 9, 8, 5, 2, 1. If I'll run this, 21, the first element will be skipped and you will get the result 11, 9, 8, 5, 2, 1. Now we need to tell to the stream, hey, I need the second highest order. I skip the first element, then give me the next immediate element. So give me the first element which is available in your list. So I'll tell him, give me the find first. Find me the first element. Okay. Then it will give me a optional object. I need to get that object which is of type integer, right? I will directly, not this, I'll directly assign a variable. we are getting of type integer, not of type int. Okay, because we did the auto boxing here. So I'll just give the variable name second highest number. Okay, I can simply print it. So you can run it, we'll see the value. Can you see here? Am I getting 11? See, this is what we can perform using the Java 8 stream. I am giving the example of Java 8 stream. But if you will consider the time complexity and space complexity, this is not the correct way to do. Okay, you can take a loop and you can add the swapping algorithm and you can find out the second highest or third highest, whatever as per your need. But interviewer will expect you to write the syntax in Java 8 to check how much you are confident about the stream API. So that is the reason I am trying to cover this kind of scenario. Now if interviewer will slightly change the question, if you will expect the second lowest number, then the approach is straightforward, right? You just need to remove this. I mean, you no need to do the descending sort. Since you need the lowest element, you can go with the ascending sort. Now if you will run this, the second highest element is 2, right? We should get the result as a 2. Okay, we are getting 2 here. So let me revert it, because the we need to find out second highest number. That is what the question. Okay, now let's move to the next one, that is write a Java program to find longest string from a given array. Okay, you need to find a string which is having a more length in a given array. Okay, for example, if we have 4 string here in a array, Java, then Techie, Spring Boot and microservices, if you will check the length of each string present in the array, first one is 4, second one is 4, third one is 10 and fourth one is the 13. Now who is the longest string in this given array? The fourth one, because his length is 13. Okay, so how we can do that using Java 8? This is also very simple. Okay, let's go to the ID. Then I need to take that array, so we can add it. And also let me add a comment here. Okay, here also I missed it, so let me add it. Find second largest number from array. Okay, what is the error? I mean, fine, there might be a spelling mistake, that is fine. Now the next question, find the longest string from given array. Fine, so we understand this is the array and this particular string is the longest from the array. Okay, so there is a concept called map reduce in Java 8. Using this reduce method, we can easily find out the longest string, or using this reduce method, it is really easy to perform the comparison logic. Okay, I will show you how we can do that. So first I need to convert this array to the string. I will use arrays dot stream. I will pass this string array. Fine, then I will simply use the reduce. So if you observe here, reduce with the identity and the operator what you want to perform. Okay, I will take this method, the identity from the array, I will compare with one with another. Okay, so this will compare with this, and again Java will compare with Spring Boot, Java will compare with microservices. So that is how I need to write. So I will take word1 and word2. Fine, then I will just define here, I will just write the logic to do the validation. Check if word1 dot length, if it is greater than word2 dot length, then word1 is the longest string. Correct? So this is the ternary operator, word1 is the longest string. If not, or else, word2 is the longest string. Okay, then once that is done, get me the result. That's it. If I will now assign it to the variable longest string, and if I'll print it sys out, I should get the result as microservice. Just run it. Can you see here? I'm getting the result microservice. Okay. So if I'll add something else, the long, a string with more length, let's say anything, Docker k it is AWS. Okay. Now if I'll run it, let's see who is the largest string microservices. So let me append few more character in this. Okay. Amazon Web Service. Now this is the longest string, right? Let me run it. We'll verify whether it is giving the correct result or not. Yeah, we are getting Docker K it is Amazon Web Service. So this will be make easy to perform the comparison logic by taking the identity and the operator what we perform here, ternary operator, to just check if the word1 dot length greater than word2, then word1 is the longest string. If not, or else word2 is the longest string. Okay, this is how you can quickly perform. So this is also one important interview question. Now let's move to the next one, that is write a Java program to find all the elements from an array who starts with 1. For example, if you have an array like this 5, 9, 11, 2, 8, 21 and 1, then you need to print that specific element who starts with 1. For example, 11 and 1 is the two element who starts with 1. 21 contains 1 but it is not starts with the 1, right? So this is also very simple. Let's go to the idea. Okay, we define the numbers as a array, right? So I'll just add a comment here. Find element from array who starts with 1. Okay, so we have the stream called numbers, right? We can take that numbers, or okay, let me verify what is the array we have defined. Sorry, not string, this is the int array numbers. Okay, so we'll use the same. First convert it to the stream, give the numbers, fine, then just do the autoboxing. Next, what you need to do, you need to convert this array int array to string, then only you can validate starts with, right? So what I'll do, I'll just convert that to the string s. Fine. Now I have all the element, whatever the element there in this array. Now I have the string array of it. Okay, since I already mapped here. Okay, let me show you that first. Collect to list. Now if I will add a variable, it will be list of string list. Okay, now if I'll print it sys out string list, I will get that array in the form of string. Can you see here? This is the string array I am getting, not integer array, because I only convert that int to string or integer to string. Now since already I have the string array, simply I can do the filter here, right? And in filter I will check if s starts with 1, then give me that particular value. This is what I want to validate. Just run it. We are getting the result 11 and 1. Okay, so if you want to, let me check what is the value there in the array. Let's say 21, right? I'll define another field 29. Now I want to, okay, or else something, that's fine, 29 you can take. Okay, now I want to find out those element who starts with 2. So I will get 3 element 2, 21 and 29. So let's do that. Can you see here? I am getting 3 value. Since I added 29, now the second highest value we are getting 21. That is correct. Okay, fine. Now let's move to the next one. That is, how can you use join method of string? Okay, if you remember, join method was introduced in Java 8 as part of the string class. They might ask you some scenario, or they might give you some list of string, and they will tell you to just convert it to the different pattern what they want. Then that time you need to think that okay, there is a join method in string which can help me. Okay, so for example, let me give you one small example. I'll just define string dot join method. I mean, using this method you can do n number of work, but I'm just giving some heads up about this join method. Let's say I have one list of string. Okay, so what I'll do, let's say rs dot as list. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's assume I have only 4 element. So this is my, let me define, let's say some numbers. Okay, now what interviewer might ask me, he want a pattern something like this: 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. After each character he want to append something from that list. So this is dead easy, right? You can simply iterate this list and then get that string and then just use the string concatenation, right? But how we can do that using the join method? That is straightforward. Simply what you can do, string dot join. See here, char sequence delimiter is nothing the hyphen, any delimiter you can pass and give the iterable object. Okay, so in my case I want to append hyphen or dash, whatever you can say, on which element I want to add, on this list element. Just give that. Now if you will print it, it will give you the I'll name it results. Okay, s out, if you will do results, and if you will run it, we are getting the result, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, any pattern. Let's say you want to append a comma, then if you run it, after each of your element from the list, it will append that delimiter, or it will segregate based on that delimiter. Okay, this kind of string dot join you will find lot of scenario if you are working on some project. Okay, fine. Let's move to the next one. Skip and limit method use case based example. Okay, he might ask you, let's say you have 10 element in a list, but you want to only print from 2 to 9. You want to skip the first one and you want to skip the last one. Then how you can do that in Java stream? That is what you can go for the skip and limit method. For example, let's say you have some 1 to 10 value. Okay, so what I will do, int stream dot range closed, I have element from 1 to 10. Okay, so I'll just add a comment here, skip limit example. Okay, so you have 1 to 10, but you want to print only 2 to 9. Okay, so you want to print only 2 to 9. So if you can do the for loop, simply you can check if that element equal to 1 or if that element equal to 10, then simply don't print it, right? But how you can do that using Java 8 stream? That is also straightforward. The method name itself self-explanatory. So you can use, hey, skip the first element, fine, and after 1 just limit it to the 8 element. Okay, now 1 to 8 you will get 9, up to 9. Okay, now if you'll simply I can print it. Okay, for each system dot out dot println. Now if you'll run it, see here we are getting from 2, let me zoom this, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 9. So using this keep and limit, you have control on your stream to skip or to make some limit. For example, you are reading one CSV file, right? In every CSV file or Excel file, the first row will be your header. So while collecting the data from CSV, we usually don't want to consider the header part, right? So that time you can use dot skip one. So it will skip the first row from your CSV file. And if you want to only read 1000 element from that row, you can have a limit to 999. Okay, so that it will read up to the 999. So again, this is just to specify a number up to what you want to read and what you want to skip. That is how the purpose of skip and limit. So I am just covering one use case. If you understand the purpose of these two methods, you can cover n number of use case if you face this kind of question. Okay, now let's move to the next one. Sort a list and map. So I don't want to repeat it, how to sort a list or how to sort a map in Java 8. Already I uploaded in my Java 8 playlist. You can go and check the individual detailed video about the sorting algorithm for map and list. Okay, so I'll share the link in description. You guys can have a look once. Now let's move to the next one. Map and flat map. This is also straightforward. Already I have uploaded video about the map and flat map by considering various use case. You can have a look, but in simple, you can use map. Let's say you have employee and employee have ID, name, department, and let's say phone number and email. You want to get all the email ID from that list of employee, then you can go for the map, because one employee can have only one email ID. Okay, in one-to-one scenario you can go for map. But let's say a employee contains list of mobile number, then employee associated with many mobile number, right? In one to many, to fetch all the numbers specific to each and every employee, you can go for the flat map. So I'm just verbally telling this difference, but if you'll go and check my Java 8 playlist, you can find the complete detailed example of map and flat map with various scenario. Okay, just have a look and let me know in a comment section if you guys have any doubt. Also, do let me suggest the interview question which you faced in the Java 8 if I missed that part. Okay, so that I'm happy to do that in front of you. So these are the few commonly asked questions what we have discussed so far, and there are many more questions or many more scenario in the Java 8 stream. So if you understand the concept, then any kind of challenging or problem or coding you can easily cover in Java 8 stream. Okay, so I would strongly suggest you to check out my Java 8 playlist to understand each and every feature of Java 8 and as well as the stream. Okay, so do let me know in a comment section if you guys have any doubts. That's all about this particular video, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Meet you soon with a new concept.